Hey guys, do y'all want to talk about Lego Batman? I want to talk about Lego Batman because I'm a grown adult who went and saw it by myself. How you guys doing? Okay, seriously though, I saw Lego Batman in theater when it came out, and they gave me this sweet Lego Batman poster, and that does not affect my ethics in Lego movie journalism at all. And yeah, so I'm going to give it an honest and fair review. Now, this was a sequel to the Lego movie in that it starred Will Arnett. However, you don't really need to have seen that movie in order to see this movie. It stands alone. And besides a very small mention of Batman being a master builder and him being able to build stuff with Lego blocks, there really isn't a lot of callbacks to that. They don't have, for example, any of the characters or anything like that. Now, this said it mentions Will Arnett as Batman slash Bruce Wayne. Had a really good cast. It had Michael Cera as Robin, Rosario Dawson as Barbara Gordon. Jenny Slate was Harley Quinn, and her Harley Quinn, it's take it or leave it. It's a different take. She doesn't have like a New York style accent or anything like that. Conan O'Brien played the Riddler. Billy D. Williams got to play Two-Face, which is probably due to the fact that Billy D. Williams originally played Harvey Dent in the original 1989 Batman movie, and he never got to play the Riddler. Or sorry, the Two-Face. So that's probably why he played it here. And the villains were great. They were not seen. The really crazy one was Kate Micucci. She from Garfunkel and Oates. She played Clayface, which, kind of interesting. But Lego Batman was just, it was a great movie, and if that's all you wanted to hear, then hey, the review's over. I will say this, I did not think that it was as good as the Lego Batman movie in some areas. However, I think that this is kind of a movie that we needed in the same way that we needed Deadpool when Deadpool came out about the same time last year. The reason is because, oh man, superhero movies have gotten so grim dark. You had Civil War, you had Batman v Superman, and Deadpool, while that was a movie that was very R-rated, it was like it was like exhaling finally and taking a deep breath and being like, okay, things can be fun again. And in a lot of ways, Lego Batman does the same thing. And I thought that it was very enjoyable, very watchable, unlike, say, other Batman movies that may also have Superman in them. And I don't know, I really, really enjoyed this movie, but not as much as Lego. If I had to grade it on a to F, I'd say it's definitely a B plus, A minus. Really good what it did. And you had Zach Galifianakis playing the Joker, and it's all about how those two kind of have that toxic relationship where the Joker is constantly trying to get attention from Batman, and Batman doesn't want to admit that they are more than just Batman and some dude Batman beats up occasionally. Because, of course, his greatest enemy is Superman, But that was played very well. And the crazy thing is, that is so what Batman and the Joker are. It's barely, only a little bit exaggerated compared to what the relationship is in the comic books. And you can see kind of a little bit of that in, like, say, The Killing Joke, which, oh, okay. So in The Killing Joke, when they made that a movie, they did something controversial, and they had Barbara Gordon and Batman have somewhat of a seamy relationship in one scene or two. And they just play them off as kind of awkward friends. And I don't want to spoil anything away, but if you're afraid that they're going to hook these two up, spoiler alert, they do not. Really. They don't really do that. There was potential there. They kind of address it, and they're like, nope, not doing that. This is a kid's show, And I respect that a lot. And because this is Rosario Dawson's Batgirl is not the same Batgirl that you know from the comics. She is, of course, the police commissioner's daughter, but she is very much not. I mean, she's older for one, because Barbara can be any age they want her to be, apparently. And she went to Harvard for police, and she becomes the new Commissioner Gordon after he retires. And that was pretty good, the way they handled her, and I liked it. I mean, I didn't mind the fact that Batgirl didn't look exactly like Batgirl or that I know from the comic books. I didn't care. And then I think that's one of the great things about the Lego movies and Lego Batman especially is you have to think that this is the little kid playing with Legos making up the story, you know? And so if characters don't seem the way they should, or if you have outside characters that are not Batman characters, it is okay. That is completely fine. So the Wicked Witch shows up or something. Seth Green, by the way, plays King Kong in this movie. And spoiler, once again, there are characters that do show up that are not in it because this is not a pure Batman movie. The villains in Batman are not the main antagonist. There are outside characters that are very interesting to see in this movie. And if you're like, oh, well, this is going to be like the Lego Batman video game, you're going to be disappointed, I guess, or surprised when all of a sudden all these other really awesome villains from movies show up. But if you saw a Lego movie, then whatever, right? And yeah, basically, like Deadpool, though, jumping back to Deadpool, this was a movie we very much needed. And some people may be upset because it's not what they wanted, but it was just great, and you need to go see this movie. Everyone is phenomenal. The music isn't as great as Lego Movie, but it's still pretty good, and the music in the end credits especially is pretty good. And yeah, if I just keep blabbering on and on, I might cry about how great this movie is. Oh, finally, this is the best movie with Batman in it since The Dark Knight. Oh, which still the best Superman movie is probably still Superman Returns, which is kind of weird. Anyways, I will catch everyone later, and I hope you like this review. And hey, why don't you throw some comments below and tell me if you want to see more movie reviews like this. And I will catch you all next time.